What if I told you that beneath the crystal clear waters of the Maldives lies a secret world so breathtaking that most travelers never even know it exists? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden underwater gems that will completely change how you see this tropical paradise forever. I'm about to show you underwater caves that glow with bioluminescent magic, coral gardens more vibrant than any art gallery, and marine encounters so rare that marine biologists travel thousands of miles just to witness them. But here's the thing that shocked me the most during my expedition. 90% of tourists visiting the Maldives never experience these incredible underwater wonders because they simply don't know where to look.
The Maldives isn't just about overwater bungalows and pristine beaches. Sure, those Instagram perfect shots are beautiful, but what lies beneath the surface will leave you speechless. We're talking about underwater landscapes that look like they belong on another planet. Marine life so diverse, it rivals the Amazon rainforest, and hidden spots that even local dive masters keep secret.
Let me start with something that completely blew my mind. Picture this. You're 40 feet underwater, surrounded by complete darkness, when suddenly the water around you begins to sparkle like liquid starlight. This isn't science fiction. This is the magic of bioluminescent plankton in the deep waters around Hanafaru Bay. When disturbed, these microscopic organisms create an otherworldly light show that transforms the ocean into a living galaxy. But getting to witness this phenomenon requires perfect timing and local knowledge. The bioluminescence is strongest during the new moon phases between May and November, and you need to dive at specific locations where the plankton concentrations are highest. Most tourists miss this entirely because they stick to daytime activities or popular dive spots that are too shallow. Now, let's talk about the underwater topology that makes the Maldives truly unique. The entire nation sits on top of ancient coral atolls, creating an underwater landscape of dramatic drop-offs, hidden caves, and swim-through formations that are absolutely mind-blowing. At Manta Point, near Lankan there's an underwater cleaning station where manta rays with wingspans wider than a small airplane come to be cleaned by smaller fish. Watching these gentle giants glide through the water is like witnessing underwater ballet. But here's what most people don't know. These mantas follow specific patterns based on tidal movements and seasonal changes. The best encounters happen during incoming tides, when the plankton-rich water brings their food source closer to the cleaning stations. The coral formations themselves are living art galleries. At Banana Reef, one of the oldest marine protected areas in the Maldives, the coral has grown into incredible shapes over thousands of years. There are coral towers that rise from the depths like underwater skyscrapers, creating swimming corridors filled with schools of tropical fish so dense they block out the sunlight. What makes these coral gardens even more special is their incredible biodiversity. In just one dive, you might encounter over 200 different species of fish, from tiny cleaner wrasse to massive whale sharks. The colors are so vibrant, they look artificially enhanced. Electric blue tangs, bright yellow butterfly fish, and coral formations in every shade imaginable. But perhaps the most incredible hidden gem is the underwater cave system at Fateo Kandu. These caves were formed millions of years ago, when sea levels were different, creating a maze of swim-through passages decorated with soft corals and sponges. Swimming through these caves feels like exploring an underwater cathedral, with shafts of sunlight creating dramatic lighting effects that change throughout the day. The marine life in these caves is completely different from the open reef. You'll find creatures that exist nowhere else in the Maldives. Ghost pipefish that look like floating leaves, nudibranchs in colors that don't seem possible in nature, and cave-dwelling fish species that have adapted to the low-light environment. One of the most breathtaking experiences is diving the outer reefs during the southwest monsoon season. The nutrient-rich waters attract massive schools of pelagic fish, creating underwater tornadoes of silver that spiral up from the depths. Imagine being surrounded by thousands of barracuda forming perfect spirals, or watching hammerhead sharks patrol the edge of the reef like underwater sentinels. The night diving experiences here are equally incredible. After sunset, the reef transforms completely. Creatures that hide during the day emerge in spectacular fashion. Hunting moray eels slither between coral heads. Bioluminescent coral polyps create a natural light show. And rare nocturnal species like walking sharks make their appearance.
What really sets the Maldives apart is the pristine condition of these underwater ecosystems. Unlike many tropical destinations where reefs have been damaged by tourism or climate change, many of the hidden gems here remain virtually untouched. The water visibility often exceeds 100 feet, creating an underwater experience that feels more like flying than swimming.
The key to discovering these hidden gems is working with local dive operators who know the secret spots and understand the seasonal patterns of marine life. Many of the best locations aren't marked on tourist maps and require specific local knowledge to access safely. These underwater wonders represent just a fraction of what the Maldives has to offer beneath the surface. Every dive reveals new mysteries. Every coral formation tells a story millions of years in the making. And every marine encounter reminds you that our planet's most incredible treasures often lie hidden just beneath the waves. The Maldives underwater world isn't just a destination. It's a transformative experience that will forever change how you see our oceans and the incredible life they contain. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.